Today's program is to combine arrays using objects. So I'm CGR, welcome to Education Value. Today we have another amazing video on the Java program, so let's do it. So this program is using objects. The main thing of this program is to learn how to use objects, because you just combine two arrays. Why are we using objects? Objects are used so that we can use one method and one variables, etc. again and again without initializing and using more and more resources. Basically, we always use object, but in this case especially we are using objects for everything. Let's directly start with the static main void string arrays. So we take two inputs first here to get the size of the first array and get the size of the second array. For then we create object of this class to create an instance, create one instance of the class, we create second instance of the class, and we create third instance of the class. The first one here is the constructor which initializes these, like adds value to these objects. So first w1 is passed, which is the size of the first array, and it creates an array for us with the size which is passed in nn and which comes to nn, and then com in size, it comes here. Then we take another input for w2, which is the size of the second array, and it's passed using the second object where enter this is created for initialization in the constructor which is of the same name as the class. So the constructor initializes and declares three arrays. The first one is the size of the array entered, the second one is the size of the second array entered, and the third object is created using the size of one first plus second, because it's to combine of those two. We could have also taken a variable here and written it w3 is equals to w1 plus w2, but we can do it directly, so why not? So it is a bit complication here if you don't think straight and just look it in directly, but yes, this is easy. So then we take values in the first array object, we'll call the input array. This is the profit of using input arrays. We can use one method again and again to create different instances of that class. We just call it using an object and it just does the job. So we take in input in the first array. So here is the void input array. So it basically iterates from 0 position to size 0, because of course this is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is how the size of the array is assigned. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4, because it starts with 0 and ends with n-1. So it's n-1, it's less than the size of the array. So until it will be less than, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until it is less than 5, it will continue to take input. That's how these work. So 0 to until less than size of the array, com I will keep increasing, and it will fill the array. It will fill this instance of the array, fill this object, okay, which was declared here. So we call it using ob2, enter the values in second array. We call it using ob2 is an instance of here. It has been declared by com size ob. Okay, ob2 dot, if we can also call com to display that array as well. So we take it again, input dot array, and it takes input in the second one. After that we send ob3, we we have created a third instance of this class, and we use the combine constructor to give it the size. The size was given w1 plus w2, and then it initialized an array for us, instance of the instance of that variable com for our size, which is w1 plus w2, and then we pass the object 3 calls the method which and passes ob1 and ob2, object 1 and object 2. So it is passed in the mix. Now we can write any name here, to any variable names here, to get this get these objects and use it for our own purpose. This is our pass, basically like a variables. So, and yeah, these can use both of these to do our work. Now here we declare x to get the first position, and here we a dot size, a is called a dot size, a calls this object calls here whichever size in that instance was given. So a dot size, object 1 dot size here it calls, which is whatever we give it in the program. So yeah, it goes to the size, and basically it just iterates through whole of the size and adds to the com axis. Like it adds to the com and then x is increased, it adds to the com and then x is increased. X plus plus is done after it's post, so it increases after it's done. So it will full, and then com will get to the size. Like if it's 5, it gets to the 5, it will terminate, and it will add till 4. So it will add all the first, and then it will add all the second, and then it will just, the object 3 will, the array of the instance of this com will hold the combination of two of those arrays. After that, we, using this instance, this object, we call another method to sort the array that has been formed. So we use sort. We could have written it after or before, it does not matter. Sequence of the methods, it does not matter. We can write it in any way. We just need to call it in a certain specific way in which it is being done. Otherwise it does not matter in which sequence we write it. So object 3.sort, it is sorted using bubble sort. It is bubble sort because every time a check is performed, it is being swapped. So it is bubble sort, and it sorts the new array which is formed from combining the first array and the second array to the third array, which sorts the third array, and then we use the object to call another method which is used to display. It then iterates from 0 to size minus 1, like less than size, till it will be less than size. It will keep on asking. So system.out.println, it will print com I, like it will print that since it is called from the third with object 3, it will, from the instance of the object 3, the third instance, it will print the array. So this is the program for combining two arrays using objects and creating instances and using constructors. Basically this is the constructor, and this was the program. So we just need to understand how objects and instances of those are created, and how we just need to learn here how an instance is created. The constructor, we give it the size, and we create instance of size, 3 instances of size. Each time constructor is called, it creates another instance of size and this comb, which is the array, and it just this simple using iterates and add access. This is very clever way to add it. We start from here, and it will just keep on adding itself. Then we just sort it and then display it. Let's run this once. Combined array, combine, final combined, comma, sorted. 1 3 4 5 6 8 9. 1 3 4 5 6 8 9. Perfect, it's done. It's very simple. Just do it. Thank you.